Okay. Pisces. As I'm chewing on a piece of red vines. Okay. So the overall cards I chose for the Oracle that came out anyways, not that I chose. We've got Communion and we've got Fortune. Okay. And both of them almost like a grade up from the other. So from young to almost enlightened, a little bit older, is like a moment of clarity. And you've got your sacral, because you got orange, yellows, and reds. You got your sacral, your solar, and your root. Okay. Pisces, original Pisces, March 12th to April 18th. Reduced Trimatra, number 8. Or is that 3? Aquamarine, Diamond, Two Fish, Neptune, Tuesday, and Solidite. Okay. I get a lot of Siren vibes too. Okay. Mouth. Alright, let's see. What can we pull from that? Let's start off with past life oracle card. Okay, Pisces. What we got here? Ooh. Taking 2. We've got Love Life. That's interesting. I never got that one for the past life. Very nice. These are the past life oracle decks. And then you've got Atlantis. Fitting, I would say, for Pisces. So if you got a lot of roots, strong roots, or DNA that's passed down, there could be something you're going through for your own love life as well. And you could be more drawn to water. If you're not around any water, you're stuck in the city and you want to go out. It's getting warmer in my area anyways. Spring's trying to come through, so maybe you're going to be getting out more, maybe go camping, fishing, whatever, or get closer to bodies of water. Maybe that's something you always enjoyed anyways. Let's see, let's get some clarity for the love life here. We'll go with the love life first. Yeah. Oh, that was quick. High Priestess. Very nice. So whatever you're currently going through, whatever cycle, you have managed to surpass all the queens, meaning you've been through quite a bit and you've gained the wisdom and the gifts that you needed. You've harnessed your own, and you're kind of running off of that based off of your own intuition, which is good. So whatever it is that I'm about to say to you, you probably are already well aware of. All right, one for Atlantis, a clarity card for Atlantis. It doesn't feel like a negative energy for love life. Maybe it's going a little bit more, it's flowing a little bit nicely compared to what it used to. So it's quite possible. What else we got? Atlantis for Pisces. That one flew all the fuck the way over there. And the Star. 2 major arcanas for that one. The Star for Atlantis. Very nice. If this is something that you're tied to deeply, your roots go deep anyways for this, you could come from a long line of people that were themselves considered stars or star-like quality, people that were very gifted, talented, that had so many different abilities. Whether or not they implemented it and used that for their own lives in their own, each of their own terms, or each of their own personal lives, that's up to them. But regardless, it's in your DNA, it's in your blood form. So you yourself are a star. You have many qualities that are star-like. And it seems like it comes from a lot of fortune as well. It seems like it comes from your Atlantis roots. What else we got here? Noticeable, observable, apparent, discernible, evident, manifest, explicit. Noticeable, possible to feel or distinguish as difference might be, appreciable, palatable, noticeably striking, very marked, prominent, conspicuous, pronounced, very noticeable, unmistakable. So you might be shining so bright that even the people walking by you, even like strangers, complete strangers, may stop and just stare. It may be a little bit uncomfortable at times, but just know that it's because of the light that you're giving off. You're radiating your own authenticity. You are giving off your own like bioluminescence. It's almost like you have like a little bubble of light around you, and people are going to notice. Like if you're standing out more than everybody else, you're not just confining to what society wants you to be, you're not just, you know, doing what everybody else is doing and trying to fit in, then yeah, you're going to stand out more than others, and people are going to notice or stare. So hopefully you're not uncomfortable with people staring at you. If you are, get used to it, because it seems like you are doing what you need to do for you, and you have no shame in that at all, which you should not. Do not let anybody make you smaller or feel smaller or make yourself shine less bright than you are just for their own comfort. Okay, what else we got here? Let's see. I got this new dictionary from a antique store, believe it or not. Okay, coffin, carrier or attendant at a funeral, a pallbearer. Coffin stone, typically having a sculpture or inscription. Sarcophagus, you could have Egyptian ties. You could have recently went to a funeral or are going to be. This could also mean the whole idea of death and rebirth. So if one way of thinking is dead and gone, now you've kind of like phoenixed into a new way of thinking. It's a whole new life. And you can embrace that comfortably, knowing that you have been through more than enough, and you have all the resources and gifts and tools and energies at your disposal to do what you need to do for yourself with your own talents, to make a way for yourself without worrying about anybody else around you. Dive. Dive down quickly, deep, as a whale or large fish might. Sound to dive in, which the diver bends. Double at the hips and then straighten out before entering the water. So the whole idea of having like a, jackknife, like a tail. Dive in, which the diver's back is arched. You could yourself be a scuba diver. Maybe that's something you used to do and something you want to get back into. Highly recommend doing that. If you love being around the water, then be around the water. You're being urged to. There might be certain downloads or informations or things that you're going to get if you are closer to water. So the ability to tap in is going to be a little bit easier around your element. Diving involving a forward leap followed by a backward somersault. Diving position. This could also mean diving into emotions. Water is symbolic for emotions as well. So if you're going through a period of healing, just know that the whole idea of a deep dive is like a form of cleansing too, so you can heal certain past traumas so that you can make way for yourself in the future for new stuff. Esserine glands. Glands that secrete externally, specifically sweat glands. Maybe you want to get more active. Go to the gym, sweat more. You know you want to be more healthy, so that's going to involve physical activity. Swimming is good too. You could do some laps. If you can't go anywhere outdoors, movement and keys, that might be what you need to head towards. Then you can go to your local, I don't know, YMCA or something like that. A lot of the pools should be opening up soon too, I would think. Just starting to get warmer. It's not warm, that warm, but nighttime's still a bit cool. That might be something. Double eagle, score of 3 strokes under par for the hole. Maybe you're into golfing? I don't know. Okay, let's see. Well, let's get some love oracle cards. So far, so good. I mean, High Priestess in the Star, like, dang. And then you got Love Life in Atlantis. Maybe the person that you're meeting or have already met is your, I don't know if you believe in that stuff, like twin flame soulmate, but a good match. Okay, let's see. Maybe you can get some clarity for the love oracle cards. We got for Pisces. It's coming up for Pisces. Maybe it's a relationship you've been in for a long time too. Okay, what do we got? Self-indulgence. Focus on self. self-worth, time to heal, shadow work, and self-appreciation. Again, with the deep diving of emotions is very important. This is part of the process, and yeah, sometimes a little uncomfortable, but if you're the star, you can get through this no problem. Self-appreciation is very important. Even when you are good at what you do, if you're not acknowledging all the hard work that you're putting into it, and you're not actually giving yourself a pat on the back and appreciating yourself, it's going to be a little bit harder to take compliments from other people if you're not even doing it for yourself. If you've been in a relationship for a long time, let's say it's long term and it's going really well and it is the person you're supposed to be with, that's great, but don't forget to focus on self. I just seen lightning outside, which is funny because the next card's lightning. Okay, I don't hear no thunder though. Sudden change, shocking news, surprise, epiphany, upheaval, and transformation. Could very well be a loss coming up, an upheaval or transformation, a change of something that has been the same for a very long period of time. So if you're ready for that, you would know clearly. Like I said, whatever I'm about to say, you pretty much already know. So whatever change is going to be made or is in the works, it seems to me like you're being prepared for it. You are slowly starting to pay more attention to yourself, which is good. It's very good. Do not let anybody sway you. Even negative comments, rude behavior, things that people would say to belittle you and make you question yourself. If you're trying to do right by you and you're healing from past traumas and you're doing the best you can to stay on the right path, then there is no fucking reason to question what you're doing because you're doing it for your best interest for you. Okay? Let's see what we got here. Parachute, used to slow down an aircraft or spacecraft to drag out the main parachute. So maybe it's almost like somebody that's clung to your energy is like holding you back. So the more you keep trying to elevate, they're kind of like parachuting behind you. They're fucking with the drag, so to speak. Parachuting as a support, skydiving, it could be your own idea of like an umbrella being under something that's supporting you and keeping you afloat. Cord attaching to a parachute pack of the aircraft to open up the parachute automatically once the jumper is clear. So a static line, again, with the whole idea of being energetically tied to people, could be in your love life as well. If you're tied to somebody energetically and you have a contract with them, then there's going to be cases where you're trying to elevate and the other person might not be ready or comfortable. You have to be able to be independent, even in a relationship, okay? It's important for you to gain your independence and keep a state of being of your own authenticity and your own light. So your identity. It's very important not to get lost too much within the other person's energy and then start embodying them, especially if you're empathic. If you start embodying the other person, then you're going to start mimicking them and being more like them instead of holding your own. But you already know that. Shine your light. Don't let other people make you feel smaller. Not going to help. Anyways, yeah, sudden change, shocking news, surprise, epiphany, upheaval. I'm going to assume that this could be external to you because if it's outside, it's raining, lightning right now, whatever's happening around you, do not let that sway you from being your authentic self. Okay, it's very important. Get some clarity on this as well. Get my little book. Game. So somebody could think this is a game. You could think it's a game. It makes it a whole lot easier if you're in your childlike state. You think, well, it's just a game, right? Sport of any kind, exercise for amusement, again with the exercising, sweating, movement, keeping yourself limber, it's very important. Testing skill, you could be going through your own tests, your trials and everything like that. Scheme pursued, field sports, animals hunted, to play any sport, to play for sake of prize, to practice gaming, to die game, maintain bold spirit to the last. So maybe you feel like it's a rat race, never ending. What's the point? Just stay solid, hold your own, okay? There are a lot of snakes out there, but if you're a lion, no one fucks with a lion. Teeth. Dent on combining form, teeth. Bare your teeth maybe. Show what you got to other people. Don't be afraid of confrontation if they're giving you a hard time. You put them in their place within reason. The words spoken are powerful, right? Yeah, okay. So, enamel. Glossy or black lacquer. Technique or style of enameling. Different colored panels between strips of metal to enamel ware made this way. Maybe you work with metals, maybe you work with painting or enamel. Glazed pottery, or maybe you work with pottery. I got pottery in one of the other readings too. Decorate. 16th century Italian style. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Malika. Majolica. Majolica. Silver or other metal ornament object. Maybe you've been given certain things that's passed down in the family. Heirlooms. Maybe you use that for channeling. Maybe you got to take out those heirlooms. Your ancestors are asking you to take out the heirlooms. What else we got? Protect yourself, encircling. Monk. Monastery. Monk in the Greek Orthodox Church. Monk of a Caesarean order, noted for its austerity and vows of silence. A Trappist. Interesting. Maybe you're the one that's playing the game and you've got somebody already ensnared in your trap. Monk or friar, various orders. Benedictine, Carthusian, Capuchin. That sounds like monkey. Capuchin. Cistercian, Dominican, Frankisen. Monk or noun. Monk or nun. Holding subordinate office. Obedient, monk, other member of a communal order. A cenobite, monk wandering about in former times. A palmer. Monk garment consisting of a long band of cloth. On the next page, you got moon cycles as well. I know a lot of people were dabbling in that stuff. Please keep in mind, whatever your intention is, make sure it's pure or that shit comes back to haunt you. Sexuality, promiscuous woman, living in the fringes of respectable society, especially in the 19th century. If you're playing around with stuff, be careful. Roman. Turn. Tune. Musical passage. Okay. What else we got here? What do I want to clarify? What's this Atlantean? The Atlantis one. I want to clarify that. Shocking news. What, you're just learning about your ties, maybe? I'm pretty sure you know what your ties are. Holy. Okay. All major arcanas except for the Nine of Swords. Okay. Upset over losing something, someone, or maybe you're very close to betrayal, you know it's coming, or you have some inkling, you got some information. But what does that have to do with Atlantis ties? The moon and the sun. Whatever this is big. It is bigger than big. Can we get one more clarity card for that? Atlantis roots. Your past life. Star card. The sun and the moon. Nine of Swords. I want clarity on this one. What's the Nine of Swords? Actually, I'll go over here. Curriculum, a course of study in a university or school. Okay, maybe you've gone back to study. Maybe you're studying some about this stuff. The esoteric, spiritual. Maybe you went back to school. If you're thinking about it, definitely go for it. Corner, a projecting extremity, angle, a secret or retired place. A nook, to buy up the whole stock of commodity. Okay, so we've got this in the moon. Okay, because this would be a solar plexus. This, in my opinion, is like water, emotion, brain, dark side of the moon. Excuse me. Interesting how that was backwards. That wasn't an accident. You got rain in the background here, and it's raining outside. Whatever it is. If you're a high priestess, you have a good freaking idea of what's going on. Everything ties together. I think you're figuring that out. Remember not to take from another person, though. Okay? Especially if they're doing their own thing, too. Shocking news. You ever given offers and you turned them down? This is weird. In for what? In for two fish? In for what? In for what? 4 of Cups. In for what? In for. In for what? Epiphany. In for the 10 of Coins. That's what you want? You want all of this and more, okay. Well, technically, it's within your bloodline. So I don't see why you would be denied that. Get some clarity. Over in love life. Ooh, the Hierophant. Are you married to a Hierophant, Miss Priestess? Are you using your energies for good? Are you balancing it out? No fighting. That's good. Chariot, movement forward. Authoritative. Holding good energies. This is a really, really good reading. And the Lovers at the bottom. Okay. What else could I say possibly at this time? Any information pertaining on next steps? Domestic. Belonging to the house or home, tame, not foreign, a household servant. Okay. I've been seeing Dobby a lot lately, even in a fucking license plate, Dobby. The whole idea of having a house elf. Hoping nobody's got you under, like, thumb. Like, it could be in a great relationship and everything, but if one is trying to supersede the other, then that's not equality. And you've got the sun and the moon for your 10 of Coins, which is family oriented. Whatever opportunity or cup that was given to you, you've turned it down. You're a high priestess, you know damn well what you're doing, and you see quite a bit. And then you've got the Hierophant, which fell under your lovers or your love life, and then you got the Star and the 9 of Swords. The only thing concerning to me would be this one. Crying over what? What would you be crying over? News of what? Crying over what? Where'd that go? It flipped. The Magician. Something you've been doing? Crying over what? The Magician and the Upright. Spell work. Why would you cry over spell work? What did you do? You got all this amazing shit. What could you possibly do? What did you do? Soulmates. Soul connection, partnership, agreement, soul contract. What contract did you get into? Unspoken of what? Jealousy. Father. A male parent, the first ancestor, the oldest member of a society or a profession, the first who practiced any arts, so to speak, a creator, the name given to, dignitary of the church, one of the early compounders of Christianity, ex-pounders of Christianity, to become the father to adopt, to profess, to be the author of, to ascribe to one as his offspring or production. Fathom. This is getting good. 24 minutes. It's gonna take forever to upload. Okay, hopefully that helps. Weather.